Italy, the country of the southern seas, picturesque mountains, sun-drenched valleys, gardens and vineyards. The beautiful country is considered to be one of the best cities for art and culture. Every town of the ancient country and its every street are unique. The spirit of the past is kept here, and people respect their culture and traditions. The names of world art geniuses are associated with Italy. The culture of the Apennine Peninsula is associated with Vivaldi, Paganini, Rossini, Verdi, Puccini and Stradivari, who set the highest standards to the world-famous classical instrument. Today we invite you to join us in a musical journey lasting for several thousand kilometers, from the country of the Great Steppe to the world of traditional European culture. Casal Velino, also called as Casal Velino, is a town and commune in the province of Salerno in the Campania region of southwestern Italy. This summer, Kazakh musicians presented a concert in this wonderful town. Casal Velino is situated on the Tyrrhenian seashore among green slopes and historical monuments that witnessed the birth of the Roman Empire. Music is inseparable from Italian culture, but today, aesthetic horizons will open to the sophisticated local audience. Kazakh musicians will present the unique concert program featuring Kazakh and world classical masterpieces. This performance will be staged for the first time in Europe. A large stage is being installed near the sea. For the 17th year in a row, the Festival of Musical Classics Casal Velino is held here. The event gathers famous groups from all over Europe. The day before, the orchestra from Spain, city of Castellon, performed here. A few weeks later, the festival will be visited by musicians from the Italian city Matera, Kiev, Romania. Casal Velino is the hometown of Marco Schiavo, a famous Italian pianist. He greatly contributed to the concert program of the festival. 10 years ago, Marco brought a Kazakh ensemble that became a cultural sensation for the Italian public. Academy of Soloists State Orchestra of Kazakhstan, under the guidance of its artistic director, an outstanding violinist, people's artist, rector of the Kazakh National University, Aiman Mussakhajayeva. This year, the musicians give their 100th performance at the festival. I got acquainted with Aiman Mussakhajayeva at one of the international festivals where I was the organizer, and I invited her as an outstanding musician. Then she invited me to Kazakhstan to perform at a concert and as a member of the jury of the Shabit International Competition. This is how we started to cooperate with her. Once she asked me if Kazakh orchestra could come to Italy. Since 2008, the orchestra from Kazakhstan comes on tour to Italy. I mean the Academy of Soloists. During these 10 years, I see how the musicians built their successful career. I appreciate our cooperation and friendship with Aiman Mussakhajayeva. I am proud that our cooperation resulted in this cultural exchange. The Italian tour of the Academy of Soloists has become a good tradition. The annual festival in Casal Velino is very often called Casal Velino. The concert program of the Academy of Soloists was titled Music from the Heart of Eurasia, from Astana with Love. Musicians of the Kazakh State Concert Organization, headed by its acclaimed artistic director, are greeted with a storm of applause at each concert. Their performances are considered to be a cultural attraction of the Italian summer season. This year's tour began with a performance at the Alba Music Prestigious Festival and continued at 6 more festivals. The most diverse audience attended the concerts and welcomed them with applause and compliments. I thank you for presenting such magnificent works to us, and we could enjoy the concert. I still feel how my heart beats. These musicians are very talented and inspiring. We Italians really thought that we would teach you, but now we see that we should learn from you. The incredible musical journey was supported by the Ministry of Culture and Sports as part of the modernization of Kazakhstan's identity program.
Моя любимая тема
I am very proud to tell about the modernization of Kazakhstan's identity program both at home and abroad. It is not just a culture, it is a culture without borders. The culture can unite the whole world. This is the culture of unity. This is unity in everything. Therefore, by announcing this unity, Kazakhstan is making such a major step into the future of the world. At the same time, it is a challenging task. To perform a concert with these thoughts and intention is not an easy thing. We are proud to present our country. We do it not for the standing ovations or success. We are honored to tell about our culture and show our musical heritage. We wish this program to be successful. I want more and more people to know about our country. I am a true patriot of my country. The Academy of Soloists has a mission to promote musical traditions of Kazakhstan. The chamber orchestra was founded in 1991. It consists of professionals, laureates of international competitions, virtuosos with high technique and a fine sense of rhythm. The musicians are most in-demand musicians at home. The orchestra presented a rich and diverse concert program at the Italian festival. It included the masterpieces of world classics and Kazakh folk music. Madina Bekmadieva has been working in the orchestra for 8 years, but she dreamed to perform with the Academy of Soloists when she studied at school. She had a dream to become one of the best performers in Kazakhstan. Our orchestra always tries to bring some special program to this festival. We are delighted to perform with our artistic director, Aiman Mussakhajayeva. She is an outstanding person. When you work with her, you will progress quickly because she has high standards, and she tries to instill those in her students. We are honored to represent our Kazakhstan, our violin school, and our classical music school as a whole at the festival. The tour schedule puts musicians in difficult conditions, as well as the constant change of concert venues from halls to open-air stages. Extreme stress once again proves that they are real professionals. Of course, we cannot avoid stressful situations. Today, for example, it was raining. The rehearsal started very late, and you start to think if the audience would attend to the concert or not. Today, we are performing near the water, by the sea. The humidity is very high here. It is more difficult to play the violin, but we try to do our best. Playing at concerts inspire us. We forget that we are tired. We are always excited before the concerts. We don't think about difficulties. After the concert, we are extremely impressed. We grow as we communicate with the public. Madina learned from her older colleagues how to master skills and to improve techniques. Now she is a perfect example of the new generation of musicians. The violinist Shalkar Jeldibai is a student, but he performs with the orchestra less than a year, and this is his first big tour. Sometimes it gets very difficult. I mean flights, transfers from city to city, from hotel to hotel. At first it seems so exhausting, but somehow you get used to this way of life. We had rehearsals before the trip for months. We played these works for years. Of course, we rehearse before the concert. We should analyze and adapt to the acoustics. We learn how to play, listen to the soloists, to ourselves, to the team, as we all work together so that everything should be perfect. Many talented young people who study at the Kazakh State University of Arts have a unique opportunity to practice and give concerts at the world's best stages. From the Great Hall of the Moscow Conservatory to Carnegie Hall in New York, the Italian tour confirms this fact. Initially, performances with outstanding musicians motivate to master their skills. While the musicians are getting used to new conditions, viewers are gathering on the embankment. Some people attend the concert announced during the festival because they knew about Kazakh musicians before. Some were attracted by posters. Finally, the applause subsides, but instead of the usual Mozart, the orchestra is performing unexpected music unfamiliar to many people present. As if the steppe wind brought the smell of wormwood, the power of running horses, and the singing motif of a distant land inhabited by free people. Asghar Mukiat, who traditionally opens Italian concerts with national motifs, greatly amazed the audience. Then it comes time to perform Mozart, Saint-Saëns, Sarasate, Massenet, Brahms. Italian musician Paolo Biancalan conducts today's concert. The Academy of Soloists got its name not by chance. Each of the musicians is not only a master of performance in the ensemble, but also an excellent soloist. The brilliant solo performances of Asghar Dusenbayev, Shenar Barlikova, Madina Bekmadieva showed a high amount of practice. They amazed the audience with their talent and mastery. As one of the Italian masters said in an interview, "We thought that we would teach Kazakh musicians to play the violin, but it turned out that we ourselves need to learn from them." Baritone Azat Malik also surprised the public. The only countertenor in Kazakhstan, Batirjan Smakov, forced the viewer to forget about the time and place of action. The concert venue was transferred to the Baroque era. Kazakh musicians performed not only national compositions, they also performed the world classical masterpieces. The concert in Casal Velino was a full success. Young violinist Karina, with her small bow, brought out the final sentimental composition and received a round of applause. Paolo Biancalana is a famous Italian conductor whose musical career started in 1988. In music, he devoted himself to programs based on the Baroque, classical repertoire, as well as to contemporary music. Paolo has long collaborated with the Academy of Soloists and repeatedly come to Kazakhstan with concerts, participated in the organization of Italian tours. There are no national barriers for him. First of all, this is not the first time I conduct this orchestra. I know the team well. And secondly, conducting is a universal language that does not need to be spoken. We all understand each other very well. Kazakh folk music is so exotic for Italians. Paolo, who has been in Astana, is already familiar with Kazakh music. I like this music. It has oriental motifs, very unusual. And I am delighted to know that your people are fond of national music in your homeland, maybe even more than we Italians do in our own country. Italian professional musicians were also among the audience at the concert. They were again surprised by the concept of the orchestra. For example, the famous Italian pianist Sergio Marchegiani was extremely delighted to attend the concert. It was a fantastic concert. It was an incredible performance of such a composer as Mozart, whose symphony opened the concert. Talented and stunning singers. And indeed, this orchestra corresponds to its title. Literally, it was a whole academy of soloists. Each of the orchestra members we see can be a soloist. I was impressed with the singer who performed national compositions at the beginning of the concert. It was incredible and unique. I am sure that today's concert will strengthen cooperation between the Academy of Soloists Orchestra and Casal Velino. I hope that this tradition will be continued in the future and this will lead to greater cooperation. The lights go out along the shore in Casal Velino. The miracle of high art has happened. The public will revive their impressions in exactly 1 year, and the Kazakh Orchestra will continue its musical journey throughout Italy. The Academy of Soloists, as true descendants of nomads, will travel to the mountainous region to Ariano Irpino, an Italian town and municipality in the province of Avellino, in the Campania region. They will perform a concert at the new and wonderful venue and amaze the locals with their talent and mastery.